Hey, this is Sanjay Wadhwani with KMF Business and Franchise Advisors. So, question is, how much does it cost to franchise a business? Very simple. There are many franchise attorneys out there who can do it for a very low fee or a very high fee, but I just want to give it out to you the basic cost of how it's structured. Every attorney is different, so I personally, because we work with a lot of brokers, attorneys, I can give you about two to three recommendations, and then you go from there. But just to give you a basic idea of how much does it cost to franchise a business. So, number one, franchise disclosure document. This is also called the FDD. This is a document which is depends on the franchisor, can be anywhere from 70 pages, 70 pages to God knows. The one that I recently interacted with was a very interesting business. Um, had almost like 286 pages, which I was like, wow. Who's going to read that? But, it depends on how well structured, how secure you want to be. Okay. When I say secure means it restricts the franchisee to do so many different things, right? So that's how it is. And some FDD can be humongous. Anyway, franchise disclosure documents depends on the state, on the attorney, on the broker, can cost you between 5,000 to around, I would say 25,000, not about approximately there. That's one. The other thing you need to go along with the franchise disclosure document is the manual and training. So they basically propose it as a webinar or a brochure. Okay. So that basically also costs. So what that does is basically, so let's say you build a concept. Now you want to sell that concept. That concept is like a product. You buy something in the store, right? The shelf is empty. What do? You restock it. What is a franchise? It's a restocking product model in the shape of a franchise. So you're basically rolling it. You're just restocking and selling it over. But in this case, you're not restocking because once you have the FDD, once you have the franchise thing open, you can sell God knows how many you want to sell. That all depends on your business concept and the territorial restrictions. So the restrictions can be maybe one location in one county, or it can be every 5 miles, every 2 miles, depends on the type of business you're selling. For example, I went to an insurance event recently and they wanted to sell. I was invited to represent them as a broker because they learn about me and the way I work, how I represent franchisors, and I'm a development consultant for franchisors. So my job is to take over the franchisor and then find locations, buyers, investors, you name it, I have the connections. Okay. We also are connected very well with the landlords, their agents, everything is there. So that's how it works. So the manual and the training cost about 2,000 to $10,000, depends on who's doing it. Then there's something called franchise attorney and registration fees. Everybody wants to charge for registration, but it is what it is. So that varies by the state. That's depend on the attorney and everything. Um, I don't know, a couple of $1,000 here, there. You have to negotiate. The one thing I like about attorneys is if you're an attorney, man. Anyways, the one thing I like about attorneys is they're very good in negotiations. Okay, so you can negotiate. It's not the end of the world, man. Negotiate whatever your budget is. Be straightforward and negotiate. If one doesn't agree, go to the next one. In the world of Chat GPT, you can just put, find me a franchise attorney near me, and you get thousands of them. Everybody wants the business. Now, everybody has their own way of how they do the business, but it is what it is. Okay. Uh, Other thing is website. You want to build a website. You want to build a marketing platform. Once your business laid out, structured, you want to know how you're going to present to the world, whether you want it nationally, whether you want it internationally, how do you do? Now, me personally, I have a website background. Like before I started doing real estate and business brokerage and now franchise brokering. Before this, I used to do website development and I still do it. I still do it until today. It's just that before, years ago, it was less competitive and high profitable. Today is the opposite. It's highly competitive and less profitable. But again, you gotta pay your bills, man. So so that's thing. So websites, you can make a simple website. You buy the domain, you buy this, hire somebody from outside. I would say $500-600 if you get the right structure. Um, I charge $600 to build a website. It depends on the number of the pages. It's all the stuff, and then it's like $400 maintenance every month. That's what I charge in my company because years ago I was charging in thousands, but it's not the case now. So again, uh, marketing materials, creating a website can be roughly anywhere from let's say $400 $20,000. I have some clients that actually charge to manage websites every month. Clients in the business brokerage that we represent, which I also say, oh, wow, why am I charging 400? But they normally charge between $5,000 to $20,000 a month. This is serious stuff because they do much different than what I do. They have their own concept. So whatever their investment is. Uh, Overall, the estimate to build a franchise, to franchise your business, can range anywhere from 15,000 to $90,000. I'm just giving you a basic concept. Now, again, like I mentioned in my previous videos, I have brokers. I have franchise. I'm a franchise broker, consultant, advisor, whatever. But in order to take your business concept and convert into a franchise, you need an attorney. So we are connected with attorneys. I can refer you to a few people, right? And from there, you do a consultation. Now, some of them they offer free consultation, some of them charge by the hour. The one that I'm going to give you, they're good. They do charge, but if you go through me, I'll make sure they don't charge you. It's that simple, okay? Um, so that being said, go out there, do one or two consultations with these brokers, these attorney brokers, and learn about it and get the value. See what number gives you what. So the three that I represent, because look, I like I like my customers to be happy. And it can be the most expensive, it could be the least expensive. They all are good, but the reality is what supports you better is what matters, you know. Everybody has a budget. It doesn't necessarily mean that one is going to be better than the other because it's more expensive. It has nothing to do with that. It's what are the options they're giving you and whether you want to engage with those options or not. So options being said, there's one guy I'll connect you with them. They basically do it for very cheap to do the whole structure. But what they take in return is they will take exclusivity from you as the franchisor to represent you for a period of time, 2 years, 5 years. What does that do for them? What does it do for you? If you do exclusive, then you are stuck with that broker, whether they deliver results or not. So that is where the cheaper models come. So if you're paying a cheaper fee, that's how you get stuck. Uh, but look, they got to make money. Either you come out with the money today or you pay it over the years. And if they are specializing exclusively for you over a period of time, then every franchise they sell for you, they are going to charge you a broker fee, which is, what is my fee? So let's say your franchise cost is $400,000. So they don't take a broker fee on 400,000. They take a broker fee on the franchise fee. It's not cheap. It's not cheap, but that's how they make money. So if they sold 200 units, you end up paying them for each unit. Of course, everything is negotiable. The other one that I have, they offer financing. So they have a fixed price and they offer financing. They will guide you every step of the way, one by one by one. And not all three of these. So the first one that I have, I'll give you their cost. They charge $35,000. But their response is they'll do it for cheap, but then they will take exclusive with you. The second person I have, his price is around 50, 60. Okay. But what they do is they give you financing over a period of 3, 5, 6 years. You have to discuss with them whatever is in your best interest. And then they don't do exclusive, they do non-exclusive. So here, everything is prepared. Go hire whoever brokers you want to hire, and that's it. The third one I have charges between 70 and $90,000, depends on your business structure and everything. Again, they kind of do both sides, exclusive and non-exclusive. So you have to decide what is worth for you. So, that's how it works. But franchise it. Franchise it is the best way to grow in today's industry. Why? Because you get an investor investing in your brand. Somebody else is taking care of all the overheads for your brand as a franchisee, and you make money from the royalty fee. You don't make money on the marketing. You should not make money on the royalty, but it happens. Okay. And the most important is to grow your brand. So look into these options and let me know if you have any questions or concerns. You can contact me, 954 Once again, this is Sanjay Wadhwani with KMF Business Advisors. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Bye bye.